going to try this again. I really hope that you guys can hear me. The last one I had to cut short. Apparently my volume wasn't working. It was on. I'm not sure, but we're going to try this again. My cat is flipping out. I don't know if you can hear him, but he's over here, on his cat tree, clawing his nails, freaking out, jumping up and down. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but in the first beginning of the video, there was a lot of dark cards coming out. So, yeah. You can hear me now? You can hear, say yes or no. Can you hear me? You're the first one on for my live. I think that's what it says. Anywho, okay, good. Thank you. Cool. So, yeah, there were some pretty dark cards in that reading that I pulled for your first reading that you couldn't hear, that I ended up getting rid of, or will be when I'm done recording. But yeah, here's some Palo Santo for you, because those dark energies are all around you, Pisces. So just in case, this is what it looks like. You might need to go and get some. It's a serious smudge. It's much more strong than any sage. Sage is not going to work in this case, I don't think. So just a little advice to go and get yourself some Palo Santo. You can burn sweetgrass or cedar as well, right? Go to your nearest metaphysical shops, or someone, there's always somebody that knows, right? There's always somebody. So, they can help you out, put you in the right direction, get rid of these freaking energies. It's getting real down here on planet Earth, right? It's getting real, people. All right. We're going to do this again. I'm going to start all over. And I am going to call in your ancestors, right? Spirit guides, universe, angels, ancestors, possible friends of Pisces who may have passed over, the higher galactic beings that may be overseeing this act of divination after all, and the ascended masters. Please come in and help guide and give us messages for their best and highest good in a way that we can all understand. Please and thank you. All right. Pisces, take 2. Whoa, what a mess. I'm taking that first one first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. We'll be here all day if I read every single card I have. Lake and depth. I feel like somebody lives on a lake, or maybe visiting a lake or something as well, as soon as I picked it up. So I don't know who it's for. It may not be you, or maybe it is. I don't know, but something is deep. Pisces, you are deep, you're one of the most emotional, kind of deep, intuitive types out there, right? I feel like you're feeling the depth, whatever that means to you. Okay, that's where we're starting. Alchemy and magic, we love that vibe, don't we? Oh, yes, we do, as long as it's good, yeah, because there's a lot of badass spell work going on in this world. This is, however, I feel very alchemical. It is representing the transmutation of it all. Okay, whatever that means. I think I got this one before that. Bravery and oceans. Look at this child rocking, walking and rocking and walking on the world. Okay, rocking it. Some child's rocking it, or that's what it's about. Be brave, be strong, be you, your inner child, I feel like some inner child's wounds here, however. Okay, well, anywho, we're going to leave it at that for now. We'll see what comes out in the cards. Discipline and time, hope, fear, challenge, and homework is, I feel like time's ticking. I feel like there's been a lot of time as well with whatever we're talking about here. Somebody forgetting something as well, right? Time's ticking, or They got to, you know, so think about things. Maybe you're forgetting something. I don't know. Anywho, yeah. So discipline takes time. Discipline is something that you're always working on. It's like diligence, you know, it's the same thing. It's just something you always do, you know, maybe in the back of your minds, you know, just the mental awareness of it all. Ice and purity. Yeah, a lot has happened over this winter. It's funny that this winter, we are coming out of it. Obviously, somebody might be feeling a little cold, a little brisk. Is somebody salty or something about something? Is there regrets here? Purity and ice. I don't know how I'm getting all this, but I am. So we're going to start with that. Something's deep, 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 right? Deadly combo, triggering, explosive. It's deep. Two people, somebody's triggering you, or you're triggering them, or something, or you know somebody that's triggered. Undecided, choosing between lovers, competing for affection. Magic right over this. Somebody wants somebody's attention. Somebody that's triggered. How deep this goes. Okay, we're going to start there anyway. Controlling, needs to be right all the time. Possessive and jealous lover. And then I have the bravery card right over this with controlling. Somebody's, you know, very controlling. Like, you don't need to control things, people. Let things go. Let it happen, right? I know this whole world is wound tight. Control, control, control. Greed, greed, greed. You know? Somebody's very insecure here. Jealous lover. Maybe somebody needs to work on their root chakras, right? Nobody tells you really flat out that meditation can honestly cure jealousy. That can be very, very sad to see in people at times, if, you know, depending on the situation. But it helps you gain your self-confidence, right? Your self-esteem, right? You don't even realize it's happening when you're meditating and cleaning your chakras. It just is. When you work on your root, right? Anywho, somebody needs to do their you know, get aligned, peeps. These are the times. Bottled up, time's ticking. Somebody's been holding on to something for too long. They need to release it, because this is a time bomb. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Time is right over this. Somebody's getting ready to explode, or something's exploding. I feel like somebody's pissed, somebody's salty. I'm not sure. There's a lot of unexpressed emotions here. People need to start healing their traumas and working on that, right? I only want the one on the bottom. Childish. Somebody needs to be the adult in the room. I already know this card. It's been coming out. I can't even tell you. It's funny, like every 2 weeks when I do my readings, I have certain cards that follow. It's just the weirdest thing, you know, you can't make it up. It's just, yeah, maybe the term should be grow up or get out. Somebody's cold as ice. Somebody couldn't take it. Somebody was triggered. They couldn't take something. It was deep. I don't know. Somebody's bottling something up. And that's the hope, fear, challenge, and homework. So I'm not sure how that's gonna work with you, but yeah, it's all about endings here, you know, whatever that is. So we're gonna get some more. I'm gonna give you these before I give you these. Show me what I need to see for my fishies out there swimming through the void. Yeah, we all are right now, I'll tell you. Hard times. Serious times. 11-11. Very nice, Pisces. Very, very nice. You could be seeing these numbers, obviously, which is good because that means you're on your right path. You're on the right path, right? It's like divinely guided. Some people say make a wish when you see these numbers. If I made a wish every time I saw these numbers, quite honestly, I would be wishing all day long because it's almost every hour that I happen to look at a clock and it just is the weirdest thing, but there's synchronicities everywhere for me. Yeah, I just can't even get away from it. It's almost mind-boggling, you know? But as you get aligned, you start seeing more and more, or you notice it because you're more connected with the divine. See? Something's very deep. This is a deadly combo, or what, or was in the past, you know? Dangerous when together and triggering, you know? Show me what I need to see. Malicious gossip and karma. Yeah, I bet you that's why it's a deadly combo. Somebody doesn't like it. See, there's a reason for everything. This is in your present. Somebody chit-chatting about somebody that's really not so nice. I have some news for you if you are. That's black magic doing that. If you're trying to ruin somebody's reputation, it is. If you're doing it with intent to scrutinize and make people look like there's something they're not, it is. This is word witchery here. And karma, right? People are very undecided. Somebody's choosing for attention. They're very weak, very jealous, insecure. They want to be right. Okay, something about that. Show me what I need to see. We need to move on here. Good omen. I like it. This is crowning you for the next few weeks. You have a good omen over you, Pisces. Very nice. Just be brave, right? Try not to worry about this controlling thing, you know, because if it's abuse of authority or abuse of control or whatever, it's not good, right? So we got to balance those energies out somehow. But all right, I like the good omen. I like the good omen. Show me two more of these. Show me, yeah. Feathers or coins, bottled up, time and discipline. Feathers and coins here. This is like a very serendipitous kind of thing, like searching for signs from spirit, you know. Some of you maybe have seen feathers and coins, or, you know, something with a significant year or color, you know, whatever. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework, keeping something bottled up, holding back. Time is ticking, you know? It's ticking. That's what it looks like in front of me. Time's ticking. Feathers or coins. The ancestors are telling somebody, the ancestors are here with the feathers and coins because they're the ones leaving the signs and symbols, right? So I feel like somebody's ancestors want them to come clean and get these, because if you don't release your emotions, it's not healthy. It will fuck you up in one way or another, you know, more than likely mentally, somehow. I don't know what, it depends on what it is. Gifts. Somebody has gifts. It's about gifts. It's childish. Somebody needs to grow up or get out. I'm feeling a very narcissistic vibe here. Of course I am. Of course I am. Jeez. All right, we're going to do this one more time. Whoa. Where'd it go? Oh, here. Somebody's a father figure or an authoritative figure, right? Discipline. We got discipline, time, and discipline over here. Something about discipline and control. Somebody's a control freak, I feel. Right? Nice abs, Dad. Hi, everybody. Yeah. So yeah, 1111 right over it. Deadly combo and lake. Hold on, let me get more. Drowning over your head, overextended rock bottom. Malicious gossip and karma. Something going back as the tables turned, right? Choosing, competing for affection, right? This doesn't necessarily have to be like, a romantic relationship. This can be like between friends or family. Somebody feels special, narcissists usually do. They do, all right. They feel special. Somebody's very arrogant, rash actions, and very insincere here. Good omen over this, though, however, which is nice. But we have the controlling freak, and then we have the person that, somebody's being brave, somebody should apologize, maybe, however. I feel like we're dealing with several different energies here. I don't feel like this is you, a lot of it. Some of it, maybe, yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I'm getting a lot of energies. I'm getting a lot of mixed signals, right? Did I have that card out here? No, not yet, but I'm feeling it anyway. Anywho, two-face, double life, cheater, backstabber. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Somebody betrayed you, or you them. Feathers or coins, bottled up, time, discipline. Or maybe they want to betray somebody. And the ancestors are stepping in. Or watching very closely. Something's a facade. It isn't what you think, or wasn't what you thought, or something. But I do feel like there's some sort of, yeah, there it is. Thank you, Spirit. There is some sort of exposure here. I'm feeling it. This person's arrogant. Narcissists are. Arrogant AF. Montreal. Hello. Hi, Peter. Welcome. Montreal. Nice. You're not too far from me. I'm in New Hampshire. Not too bad. I love Montreal. Boy, I haven't been there in years. I was a little tight when I went there, but it was cool. All right, so anywho, moving on. 6 of fire down. I knew there was a bunch of people here. This is a coven or a cult that want to sweep it under the rug. Thank you, Spirit, for working with me. So, right on. Some people look at this as no victory, however, or they don't want to recognize something. This father figure or disciplined figure, authoritative figure, doesn't want to recognize the path, the whatever that is. Deadly combo triggering deep, deep, deep. It's deep. Whatever it is. Deep emotions. See, I think somebody's inner child seriously needs to be healed. Because it's deep like that. It's just giving me that vibe, All right. So we have the Awakening card. Oops, let's put this up here. The Awakening card, the Lovers, 5 of Air, 5 of Earth reversed. This Awakening card, 2 10s at the top, so we're talking about endings. Things have ended already. It has been time, right? We went through that in the very beginning of this. There's been time now. So usually when there's been time, things have changed, right? Well, this malicious gossip and karma, it's under judgment. People are awakening to the judgment. That's what it's about. Undecided, choosing between lovers, right? People they were competing for affection then or something, or that is what's being judged. right? Something's very magical here. I feel like somebody transmuted something that was alchemical. They, you know, I don't know. We're gonna find out. Good omen with this Lover's card. However, you know, you do care for this person. This is a choice card, right? There's a good omen here. Something's controlling though. This person might be controlling you, the child, right? We're all somebody's child. Doesn't matter how old you are, right? It's his phone. Yeah. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a great day as well. Anyway, yeah, this is it's a choice. So, but somebody in this relationship is pretty damn arrogant. What you may love them, you may care for them, but they're arrogant. Sorry to say, they are. It's the way it is, you know, and everybody's dealing with it. Dealing with seeing people that we love not always being in the light. I don't know how to say, for lack of better words, right now, but anywho, show me what I need to see. Let's move it on here. I need a bunch. 8 of air down. The 5 of air over here is very brutal. It's about cruelty. This is about, see, I had the malicious gossip and karma over here. And then here with the 5 of air, look at the sage. You need to clear that shit up. Yeah, no kidding. White sage here. All right, so anywho, and I feel like they were slandering, trying to ruin somebody's life, or somebody's life was ruined through the slander and the malicious gossip and bullshit, right? This is the word witchery that I talk about. It's ruined things here somehow. People are hiding. They're scared. They don't want to recognize somebody, right? They're in or being judged for it. Some people are very undecided about things. They're not sure what to do, right? And I think some people may be changing their minds slowly through time as well. But anywho, this narcissist, no regrets. Not really. Or maybe they are. I don't know. Maybe they're regretful that their plan didn't work. It depends on all of you and where you are in the story. But somebody's got some gifts here. Yeah, purity and ice. Little cold-hearted. Sometimes you have to be cruel to be kind. You know, somebody's childish. You know, somebody had to be the adult in the room. Grow up or get out. Yeah. Somebody's a narcissist big time here. Yeah. 8 of air down. Yeah. 11-11 right over this. Clear as day. These people are hiding. They know, they just don't feel like it's a victory. I don't feel like it's about a victory. It's not about winning. But I feel like there was a lot of competition. What are we fighting over? There was something there people were fighting over. It's got to be money or greed or some shit. That's what it is. Status and quo. It's got to be. I don't know. We're going to find out. The Hierophant here, somebody's connected with the Most High. Yep. And look, if this is God, and this is the Awakening card and Judgment, God is judging this situation flat out over this malicious gossip and karma. Somebody's drowning in their own making. Right? Some people here, I feel, and I'm pretty sure this has been following you for years, really. But some of you were children when this shit went down. And I do not feel like children are guilty. I don't care. Those children probably are the ones that suffered a lot of trauma, a lot of heartbreak and hardships. And now that maybe they have grown up, they need to heal that wound somehow. Things were not as they thought. They may have seen things and experienced it as they did when they were young, but it's things now, maybe they're coming into that, they're realizing I don't know, something about this. Anywho, the Hierophant or Hierophant or whatever, this could be a shaman, a spiritual advisor, a priest, a guru, whoever. It's about marriage, possibly, or live-in partnerships, maybe for some of you as well. Somebody's drowning here for their own malicious gossip and karma. They're dealing with their own shit, is what it is. And somebody's asking for protection and somebody's scared. Well, if it's the kids, you're fine. Just deal with what you need to deal with. You don't need to, this is for somebody, you know, it's for somebody. 2 of Earth, dead center in the reading, witch hazel. I love having witch hazel in my medicine cabinet. It's great. Small little cuts, abrasions, rashes, you know, it's great for that stuff. If you have razor rash on your legs, ladies, you know, little witch hazel helps. It's nice, very, you know, holistic. Can use it for a lot of things. Anyway, dealing with these energies, good omen, right over it. Be brave, be strong, Pisces. Be the hero of your story is what I'm seeing here, right? People that are controlling you and possessing you and mind controlling, that's a big thing these days, these narcissists. They feel like they need to drill it in your head so you're callous and you think it's okay, so you can sit at the same table as your abusers and take it. Some of these narcissists, you know, create their own nightmares. A lot of anxieties right now. People are bottling things up. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Feathers or coins right over this. Yeah, people may be very nervous. You know, I know if you have serious anxieties and you're out of meds or whatever, your normal meds, take some Benadryl, you know. I remember I had a few panic attacks along my road, and the Benadryl, it just naturally, I know it's for allergies, but it mellows you out enough where, you know, it helps you snap out of the anxiety part of it, the panic part of it. Either that or hold ice cubes when you're having a panic attack. Hold ice cubes. It's supposed to take your mind off, you know, because it's so cold. You know what I mean? But anyway, there's all kinds of little tricks to the trade there. It is a nightmarish situation. Somebody feels like an outcast. You know, we're talking scapegoats, black sheep of the family, you know. Yeah, Adelaide, fire. Adelaide is here. Cayenne, yeah, this person's got some strength. So they're strong or powerful, or that's what it's about. Cayenne pepper here. Warrior like, making things happen. Very fire energy, very burn it to the ground, ash kind of intense heat, kind of picante. Wow. These children were very malicious at the time, but they have to be, you know, maybe they just need to learn their lessons and just say they're sorry after all these years or something. I don't know. We're going to get into it. Hold on. Show me. 4 of fire reversed. Sorry, I'm waiting on a friend to drop something off, so I just keep looking out. 4 of fire down. It wasn't good news around the home. In the past, something happened. This deadly combo. Somebody exploded. They couldn't take it anymore. Somebody was triggered. Couldn't do it anymore, you know. Clear as day. This authoritative father figure or whatever, control freak here, you know, or whatever. Empress down. Yeah, somebody's very without. Somebody misses their kid or their kids. It's very, very, very blocked. Very. Yeah, Hierophant right over it, too. Malicious gossip. I wonder if this narcissistic Hierophant or whatever situation could be now possibly abusing the Empress, or was. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of abusive energies. I'm glad I burned that Palo Santo in the beginning of this reading. See? Pisces, take 2. Yeah, it was just as dark the first time. Yeah. 3 of water down, 2 of fire down. The party's fucking over. The rat race is over. And it's a damn good omen. Right over it. Dealing with it, however, see. Dealing with it. You love this person, but they're arrogant AF. Or somebody cares for this person. It is all about healing. 4 of Swords, yeah. Look at that sickle. You think that sickle can't draw blood? It did, because now we have to heal over it. So much so that this represents recovery. Actual recovery. Holistically. Calmness, peace, tranquility. Right? This Adelita fire, in a big way, has recovered or is creating peace or something through this, right? This narcissist could be very regretful, actually. You know? They might be feeling the guilt. They might be. And so be it, if that's the case, because if anybody deserves to feel their own is narcissists, sociopaths, psychopaths, and sadists, and so on. Those are the ones that need to. Yeah, weak, not feeling it, not feeling the strength, right? We got bravery over here, and then we got weak and scared or timid, you know? Did somebody try and force were they like intimidating? I feel like, you know, the fear tactics that narcissists use in today's day and age. Look at the elite, look at Hollywood, look at, you know, the Grand Masons and, you know, all those grand poobahs that think they're just so grandiose, you know? Yeah. I'm fucking over it. I don't know about you. Have you had enough yet? Have you had enough yet? Because I have. Where am I going with this? I need another deck. I guess I'll use this one. This is my Green Witch deck. It's a cute little deck, too. I don't know where my other deck went, but here we are. I know I wasn't going to keep doing all 12 zodiacs. I was going to do my general readings and just do that. And then here we are. I'm doing all 12 zodiacs again. So, you know, changing your mind, it's a prerogative. It is. It is for me. I change my mind all the time. 9 of Pentacles down. This is a very independent energy. This narcissist has pushed somebody completely out or something. And it's a very without energy. It's a very, I feel like it's a poverty, possibly. Poverty-minded. Victimhood, even maybe. I never got that out of this. That's funny. Anyway, somebody could be on their own here. You know, this father figure, authority, discipline person that has taken it, you know, way too far. You know, they're dealing with it. They don't think they want to hide. They want to sweep it under the rug. But, you know, I guarantee that sweeping things under the rug is exactly what started all of this unhealed trauma to begin with, because narcissists do not take accountability and responsibility. They're too good. They can do whatever they want and be as cruel and brutal as they want, and they are too good to pay the piper. Really? Because somebody's got to pay the piper. This universe doesn't work any other way. And we're seeing that now, learning that our own government are a bunch of cannibals and Satanists. I mean, hello. This is how real it is, people. Gotta be real on my channel. Gotta be. It's no joke anymore what's going on. This shit's fucking real. This is diabolical in some of your cases. Most of them. Let's put it that way. Yep, harvest down. So we got judgment being clarified and validated by judgment reversed. Yeah, malicious gossip and karma. Somebody's going through harsh judgment. You know, the Most High here ain't very happy. And I don't think the relatives are either. All the ancestors leaving those feathers and coins around, telling you that they're on your side, keep on trucking. Yeah, because these diabolical energies are earthbound. They don't change, unfortunately. 4 of chalices down. Somebody wasn't thinking. Other people possibly, maybe, you know, it could be about being overwhelmed, even. Huh. Thank you, Spirit. This couple's overwhelmed. Right? Good omen over it. There's a good omen for you. Something out of this is for you. It's like, you know, the exposure, yeah. But I feel like it's you know, if we're breaking ancestral curses, I'll be real. If this is what we're coming down to in this reading, that is the blessing, because that's going to allow you to ascend. And ultimately, that's where we're going on my channel. We're ascending, and I'm taking you with me as long as you know, will it. You know, it is free will. The sun here with exposure, it's good for you. It's very healing. You know, we got recovery and healing here. We kind of do in this card as well. Things are coming out of all the brutality and all of the facades and lies and toxicity. But ultimately, it brings in, you know, a lot of healing and you know, it's like, look at the Epstein files. If we don't come to truths about this shit, you know, it'll keep going. It has to come to light. See, and the truth will always prevail. So the universe will always make it happen, Captain. Right? They will. And somebody's having it hard with their own karma. Malicious gossip and karma, mind you. Tables are turning. And on the other hand, some people refuse to change. And, you know, albeit that narcissist is right next to it, not changing. See, they refuse it. It's a choice. And that's what they choose. They're too scared to face it. See, they can put it out, but they can't take it. Spoiled, rotten little fucking brats that they are. Welcome to my channel. I've been chewed up, spit out, kicked while I was down, thrown under that bus, and then I was left for dead. And I don't take too kindly to these bitches. And that's where I've gained my strength, because I've had enough. And that's what I want you guys to get to. When you had enough, you do something about it. You don't just keep sweeping it under the rug. See? Ditto, yeah. Hello, hello. 2 of Pentacles down, very reckless, very out of balance behaviors, right? Clear as day. 11-11 right over this. Yep. Clear as day. They don't see it as a victory. Well, they wouldn't, of course. So that makes sense there. Right? You know? Yeah, it's over. We're over. Death card. Death card. It's about transformation. It's about change. Malicious gossip and karma. People are in bad judgment. They need to make things right, even if it is with them, their own selves. You know, this Hierophant is right next to this. I feel like this Hierophant could be the narcissist. Are they the spiritual narcissist? One that I've been dealing with my whole life, shoving it down my throat, what they wanted, when the whole time I was right. They sensed my light. They didn't like it, see? So they tried to me out of the family. I'm just me. I'm just Alice in Wonderland, man. I'm just me. You know? They don't like it. It's like those narcissists are the ones that have the problem. You fucking deal with it and you go over there, because I'm going over here and I'm going to be fucking happy and I'm going to heal and I'm going to have a peaceful damn life. Damn it. And that's the way it is. You know? Moving on, looking forward, you know, dealing with these gifts. Some things are about gifts. You might be receiving some gifts in the next few weeks. In fact, you know, big or small, you know, some kind of something there, you know. Somebody's very hateful. They could be a happiness hater type of narcissist where they're just miserable, you know. Feathers or coins right over this. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. They've created a nightmare, see? They're having a lot of anxieties, you know? See? That's what they create. That's what you get. They didn't have to be so cruel and brutal when they were doing it, but they were, and they knew what they were doing when they did it. And they were not sorry. They continued and they continued and they continued. So now you're in misery because that's absolutely what you told the universe you wanted. You know, you took all that energy and all that time into somebody else's life and trying to destroy them, that you forgot to take care of your own. Is it worth it now? Is it fucking worth it now? Death card reversed again. Oh no, excuse me. This is the Lover's card reversed. Yeah, obviously. There's no love here. This is about a breakup, a separation, an ex, whatever that is. Adelita, a fire, glowing up and showing up with that warrior spiritual strength of theirs. Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, it happens to go back to them, because when somebody goes back into their power and understands their own strength and their own value of their own life, instead of listening to this narcissist tear them apart and degrade them and just make them feel like they have no, you know, that nobody can do it alone or they can't do it without them or whatever. I don't even know where I'm coming up with this, but it's making sense to someone out there. But this shit is over. This behavior, all of it, this gossip karma, it's going back, and that's what it's about. 10 of Wands, breaking ancestral curses. I knew it. The burdens of it all, the heaviness, the weight. That person is carrying shit that's not even theirs to carry, see? And that's what the narcissist does. They put all their problems onto you, so they don't have to look in the mirror. Yeah. And how's that working for you? Apparently it's not. 11-11, right over that. Good omen. Know it, Pisces. All right. Page of Chalices down. Page of Pentacles down. Very immature. Holy moly. Some people refuse to grow up. You know? What's that saying? I'm going to be a Toys R Us kid or something. Yeah, these adults. I'm going to be a Toys R Us kid. They're fucking adults. Some of these people are fucking 80, 70 years old. You know? Grow the fuck up. Take some goddamn responsibility in your lives. Jesus. I'm getting all carried away telling people now. They crafted crap, but they definitely stopped the Tea Party. It's time to put some good old intent into ourselves for some good old natural healing that this earth is so desperate for. The people, the earth is desperate for the people to heal. Or something, you know, Gaia. She's trying to change, man, and this world's working against her. See? You go with the flow, it's going to be a much easier, you know, you'll get through it a lot easier if you go with the flow. You fight against it, it's going to make it happen. And she's going to make it hard on you. And the narcissists, they bring it on. See, they're all drama queens. They bring it on themselves. It's just like a round and round and round. They'll try and make you nuts because they are nuts. Let's just be honest. They are nuts. Ten of Cups. It's all about the home. Change of plans around the home or something. Feathers or coins. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Happiness, haters, having anxieties. You know, hateful situation, hates this person, hates everything, hates. Okay. Whoever that is, hope, fear, challenge, and homework. That person, blech, I wouldn't want them around me. I don't know about you, but it doesn't sound like a very attractive vibe. And I know the people that I hang around with are certainly not in that negative, sulky, low-vibing bitch energy. I'll tell you that. Clear as day. Damn straight. Somebody has gifts. Somebody's powerful. Somebody's a psychic out there. Somebody's a medium. Somebody's a high priestess, empress kind of thing. Somebody needs to heal and somebody is healing, and that's what it's all about. And I like the placement because it means it's going to be happening, or it already is. Things have come to a dead stop. Halt. You know, the Chariot reversed. People may be having car issues. Maybe somebody doesn't have a car. Maybe it's changed their plans, you know, as far as flights, you know, planes, trains, and automobiles or something. What else, you know? Hi, Las Vegas. Wow. You should pray for them. Unfortunately, as much hate as they spew out, and it's hard not to hate these energies, but yeah, we overall we do got to rise above and pray for them because they're the ones that are the most damaged in all reality, and that's sad. It's really sad, actually. I'm going to switch it up a little bit here. But this is what they cause, this sadness on this planet. This is what's wrong with this planet. Let's see. All these elites, Freemasons, all these people that, all the billionaires and trillionaires and whatever heirs, you know. All right, reverse, number 23. The Orleans honeysuckle. I hope I'm saying that pretty good. If any of you speak Gaelish or Celtic or what, please tell me if I pronounce, because I'm German, I speak a little bit of German. I was brought up with, I've been in German school since I was 3, you know. I don't have that way to say, my tongue doesn't want to roll that way. I'll say it that way. So tell me if I because I don't want to offend anyone or even the word. All right, so anyhow, I'm going to show it to you upright. It is reversed. Don't forget to flip and flop your energies and genders should you need to. Reversed. Honeysuckle indicates insecurity. This is the state of mind that must be addressed. Yeah, victimhood mentality or something. Victim mode. These entitled bitches. True security has nothing to do with failure or success in the world, but with recognizing your true nature, which is already perfect and whole. All right, I don't know if that made sense, but okay. If you are feeling less than, it's time for prayer and inner renewal. If you feel burned out or lost, circle again around yourself and into yourself. Take a class, seek a spiritual teacher, or choose books that remind you of who you truly are. If you have lost track of your inner life, it is time for inner reflection. If you are afraid to begin the journey of self-knowledge, then work with a therapist, healer, or a coach at the start, just to start. Okay, yeah, well, you got to find a healer or a therapist that you like, one that you connect with, right? First and foremost, because I'll tell you what, in my journey, I had a hell of a time. I couldn't connect with any of them because half of the fucking therapists that I went through had no life experience. They didn't understand where the hell I was coming from. They didn't, they were, I don't know, but you got to find one that you connect with. There are good ones out there. And when I did finally find the one she changed my life, with a very something obvious to me that I should have seen the whole time. Heidi, you were abused. That changed my life. I knew it, I felt it, but I didn't see it. And that changed my life. I've been healing ever since. Couldn't have been more right on. Anywho, turn to the corner on old stories, habitual negative patterns, and unhealthy program. Yeah, work with these therapists and healers to get rid of these unhealthy programs and stories, habitual negative patterns, and what. So it's talking about your self-worth, work on your chakras, people. There are only a trillion of them out there. Pick one of them that you like. Some of them are 10 minutes. Other ones are 12 hours, whatever. You can do it while you're sleeping. You can't make it any easier than that, but you've got to do it. Get your chakras aligned. And as soon as it's warm enough, walk barefoot. Start grounding. Hug a damn tree. Who gives a shit what people think? Or at least put your back to it, I think is what we should do. Put your back on a tree and take in, get back to the old ways again, because that's exactly what's wrong with this world, right? We need to get that stuff back in our everyday lives, Wow. All right. I'm going to give you one of these here. What am I on? 53. Yeah. Phew. I get rambling, boy. Las Vegas. I've been there twice. Sin City, it is. It is. It's fun as hell, but it is. A city built on losers. All right, we got 9 of hearts, 4 of spades. Yeah. It's a symbol of riches by inheritance. Yeah, some of you maybe either dishing out some gifts through the inheritance thing or receiving or what. There could be that, exchange there. Something about that third eye, your inner knowing, listening to your intuition, right? There's great interest here taken when the eye appears. People are watching, and I think people really want you to do well and heal. Ultimately, deep down, certainly not the narcissist. They don't care. They'll tell you that, but they won't, they'll say that while they're ruining your life, or some shit. Yeah, this is, it indicates divorce or separation in the family after some very hard hardships, right? So it's kind of just reassuring where I was coming from with that idea over here. Or what? Couple more cards here, please, for Pisces. Okay. The roads, yeah. There's crossroads here. You need to make decisions about these people in your life. You know, are we going to continue the shit or are we going to change? You know, it's all about change, remember? Times are changing quickly, I might add. Somebody is not your friend that lives on a mountain. I don't care how much you love them. They're not your friend. There's mountains to climb. This is an enemy. This is a fierce enemy. Right? Wow. Deep. Deep, 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 deep. Those are your messages, Pisces. Be cool. Be kind. Be patient. And just be a good human. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Join the family. If you haven't liked, shared, or subscribed yet, join the fam. Get on the wagon. Get on the wagon. Follow me to eternity. See you soon, peeps.